Yo, what's up guys, welcome back, next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, so still, well, quote-unquote top 16 losers bracket. So left side from now on, at least for decks on the left side here of the bracket, when a deck loses, it will be out of the tournament. So the bottom one, at least from the upper part, we have a 3-axis Fire Fist, a deck list from 2013. It's going to take on a deck that's 1 year younger compared to that deck, and that's Scales Dragons. Scales Dragons from 2012, structure deck, basically back then it was released, and it kind of took two YCSs by surprise, if I'm not mistaken, both in Europe and both in the United States, or Canada? I think it was the States. Anyway, so this is the first list here, being Chaos Dragons with pre-errata Future Fusion, as you know, super important card for the engine, while 3-axis Fire Fist has access to the, Blaster, the baby dragon rulers, I guess, but again, the fire one. Main access points or main power cards of the deck, both Rooster, Spirits, Rekindling, stuff like that, to potentially flood your field with powerful synchros. Basically, that's how it was back then. So let's see. Chaos Dragons goes first, and it's a deck that might be fast if you open charge, recharge, but if you don't, you're kind of forcing yourself at least to have another turn, right? With Raikou, with Layla, at least Layla mill end phase, Raikou potentially mills during your opponent's turn, and those mills are important. It's not really a go second deck, as I've read before. Sure, if you draw Future Fusion, you might go second at OTK, but it's at 1, right, for this particular deck. So, not a strong start here for Fire Fist. That's the problem, right? The deck can definitely brick, even though it's, double or at least triple tanky and the whole galore of 3-level Fire Fists. But still, the deck can still brick, and in case of, Chaos Dragons, the deck is known to be somewhat aggressive, especially with the Chaos Boss monsters, and Compulse not the best, even though it does prevent the Pulsar from being dropped again. But again, at end phase, Layla just nukes it, and Rekindling is not a top deck. That's the thing with Rekindling, it's a soul charge, but it doesn't reborn every Fire Fist, right? What is it, level 3 and 200 defense exactly. Anyway, so this opening hand is much stronger. Keep in mind that both these decks have access to priority, so that's important. So try to use Spirit's effect, which gets Veiler. That's important. It does prevent Horse Prince plus Rooster play, I guess, so Veiler is indeed very crucial, but this hand for Chaos Dragons not the best, super passive. Again, if you, not opening with your charge, recharge, stuff like that, it's kind of like a slow deck. So again, one of the nostalgic plays, or one of the plays there where we know this deck from. So normal summon Spirit, reborn any level 3, preferably Rooster to get another search. Rekindling now, very strong, only being able to go for 3. Go for Falcon first to bounce, and then Horse Prince, because Horse Prince does lock you into, you cannot special summon higher levels for the rest of the entire turn. I think it's something like that. Let me think. Maybe a better play was to go for first attack and then go for Sandmains plus Bouncer. Bouncer is basically a face-up monster negation. That's how it is. What is it? Detach 1. So it's okay. It gets monster reborn though, so that's 2 double beat sticks, but still Fire Fist being in control, especially with, Yugioh? The spell that blocks your opponent's spells or traps? At least one. So get Bear on field, pop Bouncer, and reborn my own Bouncer, very similar to before, and if there is no back row. This should be game. I think it's game. Yeah, indeed. It should be more than enough to attack for a game. So 1-1. And this is not going to be a Chaos Dragon match without a potential Future Fusion in the opening hand. So Future Fusion immediately activated. So again, this is super strong, having the quote-unquote loop active for Chaos Dragons, Pulsar with Riddim. So now you have to get rid of Pulsar first, get it out of the field, and then try to combat that field. Because again, that smaller loop it definitely hurts. Here, maybe, but it's still kind of like a I mean, not terrible, but you could have gone for Compulse, like here, Compulse, activate Torrential first, and then chain Compulse on Pulsar. This way Pulsar would not have been destroyed, right? And thus not triggering its effect. Problem is that Pulsar will just hit the field again, and the thing is that I'm basically in the same situation now, so I think I was a goner either way, and now I'm making the play, but I mean, you see there's just because of the future fusion, there's just so much fuel in the graveyard, and then a tour guide play becomes so strong for Levier, or defense being Zen mains. Oh, the Imperial Iron Wall, definitely a huge floodgate card against Chaos Dragons. But Typhoons, Lila, Raikou do get rid of that particular one. So 2-1 behind. So let's see. Going first, again a slow start. The Kingling, not the card you want to see going first. Same for Monster Reborn. And I said, what is it? Rooster, I think. But thing is that, again, no charge, recharge. So the deck cannot capitalize on its speed. And I'm looking at Chaos Dragons that way. So draw Judgment. This is okay-ish. I try to attack over Zen mains to search, what is it, probably tanky, and then bear pop Zen mains, and then Zen mains would destroy something in the end phase. I think that would have been okay. But a Compulse is forced out, so that's all fine, that's one less back row. I think I have a Solemn Judgment set, so I could potentially make a bigger play, but I need a big top deck. And Leopard is definitely the top deck I need, so use Priority. But then again, okay, now Compulse is there, yeah, Compulse is there. So use Tanky to search Spirit, use Monster Reborn, yeah, for Rooster uses Priority to send, what is it, Tanky for Tensu for the extra normal summon. But still, any form of back row would have, been negated by a Solemn Judgment. So go for Falcon first. Such a fantastic play, like, for this deck. To bounce back Zen mains, and I'm not synchro locked or whatever. Now I am, well, locked into, well, not being able to special summon higher level monsters. Go for damage first. Again, Mirror Force or whatever is going to get negated by the Solemn Judgment. All of them are low attack monsters, so I needed that Horse Prince to attack over the stronger monster, here being Giga Brilliant. So I think a very strong play. Bouncer for a monster negation, high attack, plus Zen mains, plus Imperial Iron Wall. So this is super. Prevents any of the Chaos Boss monsters hitting the field. And I mean, even though I'm low on life points, Zen mains is still there. So use the extra normal summon for Bear to kind of force out the back row. But I don't think this matters unless there is a failure in hand. So Rooster sending for, what is it, 10 send the trap, I think so. For the third Rooster, and this should be game, right? Yeah, if there is no Gorge, this is indeed game. So 2-2. Intriguing, even though I think the majority of the people voted for Chaos Dragons. We'll see. Again, like an iffy start. The thing is that you can go for Zen mains as some form of defense against Bear. The thing is that you want your mills. So again, no charge, no recharge. I guess another play would have been set Raikou, which could have been destroyed by a Bear, so a passive play. You could have gone for normal summon Trooper to potentially, slot machine mill 3. Thing is that I can capitalize on the slower play from Zen mains by dropping Falcon. So that's strong because this deck only has access to one Falcon. But still, I have plays ready for next turn. Again, a signature move for this deck, having plays for next turn in the form of, your rank 3, level 6 synchro plays. This is okay-ish, but again, the Pulsar is not going to trigger. I mean, there is no Dark Flare or Red MD in the graveyard, so I can freely use Dark Hole. And again, I think I'm able to go for a game. I guess another option here for Chaos Dragons was to potentially waste your Monster Reborn and then go for a rank 3 Exceed with Trooper for Zen mains. That could have been okay, because again, my Vulcan was already gone. But, I mean, the thing is that Dark Hole, and this is exactly game. I think, yeah, exactly, like, on the spot. I don't know, you would not have had the draw with Card Trooper as well, because, you could have used it for Zen mains, but iffy one, right? This was definitely an iffy one, but I think this is a well-deserved winner. Going back and forth, both decks felt relatively close. So next matchup, you have Spirals versus Monarch, so again, feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.